G'day everyone, how you going? Hey, this is Mick. I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a thing I do of a Sunday night, uh, which it is Sunday night here now. Kids are settled, wife's watching TV, so I usually pop out into the cave. I sort of just oil the chain and just go over the bike and just have a beer, listen to some tunes. Yeah, so lately I've been listening to Beastie Boys live in Glasgow. I don't know if you're a Beastie Boys fan, but I fucking love them. They're easily my favourite. Never get sick of them. But anyway, I'll turn it off for a sec. Yeah, so what I do, I usually grab a beer and come up here and just sort of just go over the bike. And as you can see, it's a bit of a shit tip. But that's my wife's bike. It's a pretty cool bike. It's a 2008 Giant Cypher, which is a Trance, just with pink parts on it for ladies. And yeah, so this is pretty much just where I come and hang out on a Sunday night. So I don't know what the lighting's going to be like, but this thought would be a really good opportunity to just to go over the bike and to show you what I've got, what I've done to it. So the frame is it's a Giant Trance. Obviously you've heard it enough and you've heard how much I love it, but it's an advanced Giant Trance Advanced, which is carbon. This is an Advanced 2, so it's pretty much the budget model. Well, it was when I got it anyway. It's in a black sort of raw finish. In the sun, it's sort of, one friend said it looks like sort of Coca-Cola sort of thing, it's just got that brownie tinge with the black. It looks really cool. But yeah, let's sort of go through some changes that I've done on it, and just so I can show you how much this bike's evolved. So the handlebars, of course, they come with like a 720, I think it was, or something ridiculous. These are now 780, I think they are. They were originally 800 when I got them. They're just way too big. It's clipping trees and shit. So got a smaller race face stem. It's a 40 mil. I've had this on a couple of bikes actually, so it's pretty old, but I just love it. It's really cool. Just I'm used to it. So the brakes. This is a real funny one. This is the Guide R, the SRAM Guide R, and they're the low end of the Guide range. And I'll be honest, I absolutely love them. I think they're fantastic. I did have a problem originally with the left, like the rear brake caliper, when I got it. And it turned out that it was a faulty caliper, so I got a whole new brake set out of warranty, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I love the brakes. I reckon they're fantastic. I've got no need to swap them over. I was thinking going like a 4-piston, but I just don't need it. As you can see here, I've got this stacked pretty high. I actually like a high stack, so I've dropped it down and put it back up again. I just really just prefer just a bit of a high stack, especially for climbing, so just keep the back straight. So we'll go over to the forks now. These are RockShox Yarri. So I got these really cheap. They originally come with a, they originally come with a 140 mil RockShox sector, and I just kept, they were okay, and they were really good while I was learning, how to use the bike. But once I went to these, and everyone kept saying, you've got to go 160, they're fantastic. So I did, and I haven't looked back. I've got them set up so nice now. And I got these really cheap from Merlin Cycles in the UK. So I'm really happy with them. I reckon that's probably the best upgrade. Well, one of the best anyway that I've done. It's just changed the whole bike. Yeah, so the seat is the original seat. I really like it. It's starting to get a little bit battered now. But it's as comfy as a cuddle from your nana. It's so nice. The only thing is this dropper post, which is the original dropper post, and it's a Giant Connect, I think it is, so it's not real crash hot. But I've had it for 4 years, and it's carried my fat ass around, and it's just got this wobble now, and that's with no maintenance. Like, I've put a bit of grease on here and undone the cap and done a bit of grease on it, but that's it. So I'm actually pretty happy with it, and I'll definitely they said maybe a new cartridge, but I think I'm just going to go the whole new post. It's not much difference really in price. So on the cockpit here, I've got the dropper lever. It's everyone sort of goes, oh, what are you doing with that thing still? Why don't you get the paddle that goes down here? Well, I really like this and I'm used to it, but it's never let me down. It's just easy for me to use, thumb on, thumb up, and I don't sort of put it up or down mid trail. I sort of like, because I'm either climbing up or going down. So if you're going down, the post is down anyway. So that's pretty much how I work, and I don't do much cross country stuff where it's, you know, well, I do a bit of trail riding where you got to bring it up and down, but I find this really comfortable. It's really reliable, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Eventually I'll go to a lever. I have tried a lever on other bikes and they're really comfortable, but so is this. It's pretty good. So come up to the pedals now. I get so many comments on these. Oh, look at the size of them. And when I had the bike in for a service once, the guys said to me, those pedals are ridiculous. Look at the size of them. Well, they're the Catalyst pedals. I don't know if you've seen or heard of them, but they're they're massive. So you've got a massive place to put your foot, I suppose, and they're pretty. Everyone kept saying you only get pedal strikes. I've had heaps less. I've had these for 2 years now, and they feel great. They're excellent, and it's just like, I did try clips for a while, and it was just a complete disaster. I'd be like, I'd stop, I couldn't unclip, and I reckon, I don't know why you would wear clips. Anyway, so yeah, I've got these, and these are the only pedals I'll ever have. Once these wear out, I'll just buy new and just keep buying them. And they're really good price. But yeah, read the reviews on them. That's the Catalyst pedals, pedaling innovations. They're absolutely fantastic. Everyone just raves about them. And I've put a few people onto them now, and they agree that they're fantastic. So when it comes to grips, I've tried them all. I've tried the PDs, those spongy things that, you know, ones you have one crash and they rip. I've tried them all. Even the original Giant ones that come with this weren't bad, but I wore them out in probably 3 months. I've had these ever since, the ODIs. I don't know what ones they are. I'll probably look it up, but these are really good. I've had these, well, for a few years now, and they're my go-to grip now. I love them. I reckon they're fantastic. Can't beat them. Nice width, they're really sticky, and I've never slipped off. This is thirsty work. The shock I've got, it's what come with the bike as well. It's a Monarch RT, RockShox baby. It's very basic, but it does the job, and I'm really used to it. I have thought about putting the piggyback on there, but I don't think I need it. It just feels great. I love it. I'm really used to how the bike works with it now. So, and it's set and forget. I've got it all written down, how many clicks here and there and that I've got. But I'm really happy with it. I like it. I think it's a great shock. So what I've got here is my derailleur. It's actually brand new because I smashed my old one. It's a SRAM GX 10-speed, long cage, and I've got the GX shifter as well. I've also, it's run onto a, now I've got a race face 32 tooth, narrow wide. I did have, with the purple pretty bits on it, the chainring bolts. I did have an oval ring, a 32 tooth oval ring. You know, I wore that out pretty quick, so I thought I'd just go back to just this standard old race face ring, and I'm really happy with it. I've got a absolute black guide on there as well. That's fantastic. So it does the job. It's very tiny, and you can like lift it all up and to get to the chain. Cranks, just a dirty old SRAM, and these are pretty shagged. I think they've got a little bend in them, and they're scratched up and chunks out of them everywhere. But they've been really good, really good cranks. I mean, cranks are cranks, aren't they? Really. So coming up to the cassette, this is a 11 by 42, and this is a Sunrace cassette. I've had this for about 4 or 5 months now. I really like it, and I flog the fuck out of this 42 tooth ring. It's just easy for climbing, especially when you've done a few runs. So, you know, if you go down, you've got to go up again to do another one. So I find usually around that third or fourth climb up the hill, that comes in pretty handy. Nice and chilled, relaxed. Climb and just, yeah, it doesn't miss a beat. Really happy with it. The tyres, got the DHF Minion on the front. It's a 2.5. I love this tyre, absolutely love it. I did have the Schwalbe knobby nicks on, and I really like those tyres, but these ones are just a cut above. They're excellent, they're so grippy, really strong. On the rear, you come up here, I got the Aggressor. It's a 2.5 as well. I got DDs this time because I did shred the bead off the last one, but I really like it. I love these tyres. This is a really good match. I'd probably go with any bike I ever got from here on in. I'd go these tyres. I really like them. They're tough, and they sort of sound good too on the GoPro when you're going hammering down the trail. So yeah, definitely worth the money you pay for them. Now looking at the wheel set, stands, flows. I forget how wide these are. They're pretty wide. These are excellent. This is the best upgrade I've ever done, along with the fork. These, because I was just going through the rims, the standard giant rims. I think they were like a 25mm or 22mm wide rim, and so yeah, I was just buckling them. They had dings all over them, even right from the start. So, but these ones are really good, and I've paired them up to beautiful purple Hope Hubs. Can't beat that sound. Absolutely love it. I thought it might have been annoying, but no, it's not. And they just look so good in the purple, so, which is my favourite colour, purple, as you can see by the shirt. Bit of a purple dude. This is pretty much my workstation too. It's got everything I need in it. It's got sealant ready to go, chain lube, all the tyre pressure gear, lights and all that. Toolkit here, chain ready to go on. Yeah, got all the good stuff. Oh, not much in there, but I keep it all handy here, and you know, I really like this, just to have the tools in here. I don't do a lot of work on my bike because I'm not that handy, but anything I can do, I do. But I really enjoy having a tinker. Yeah, so in summary, this bike, it's an absolute ripper. I love it. Just does everything I want it to. You know, it's not super flash. It's not modern in any way now. It's got the carbon front triangle. That's pretty much it. It's running. It's non-boost. You know, there's nothing spectacular on it, and everything is sort of like mid-range spec-wise, and that's pretty much how I like it. Sort of haven't got the money to spend on anything really expensive. The wheel set's probably the most expensive thing that I've bought for it, but I really found that was essential, and it changed the whole bike. The bike, I just hitting corners, it's just amazing now, and I've had these for about a year, and I recommend if you want to sort of do an upgrade on your bike, get those good tyres and wheels. That will make a huge difference. So that's it, that's my bike. Beautiful bike, I really love it. Hope you enjoyed that little review of it. It was just a spare of the moment. As I said, I come up here most Sunday nights, or pretty much every Sunday night, just to sort of, for half an hour, just have a tinker with the bike, make sure everything's still tight, lube the chain, have a beer, listen to some Beastie Boys, and yeah, just to get away for a little bit and just to continue the bike romance. But I love it. I really hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you around, eh? Catch you guys. Cheers.